Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Though for some reason today doesn't feel like Tuesday to me. It's Tuesday. I hope everyone is having a wonderful evening. We're here to talk about some YouTube tea. Just things that have been going around YouTube that people are talking about, and we're going to sit here and we're going to talk about them too. I hope everyone is ready because we have 3 stories for tonight. Some are interesting, some are crazy, and I can't wait to bring them to you guys. So we have Sweet Home Alamanda. We have the Artsy Nurse. Hello, Pope. Johnsy's here. And Lady Godiva. Hello, hello. I was having issues with my Twitch, which I am streaming on Twitch right now as well. It wasn't connecting, and I had to get into my StreamYard. I had to log out, get in my email, because StreamYard, you don't have like a password. You have to actually go through your email, get the email code to log back into StreamYard. It was just a pain in the ass. But I'm here, and we're ready to talk. I'm the future once again. I'm the future once again. Yeah, technically, yeah. It's what, Wednesday over there for you now? Yep, it's Wednesday. See, it feels more like, I'm in the past, you're in the future. It's just nuts. If only we had time machines, then we'd be all better, but. So, what do we want to talk about tonight? I have, let's see, Britney Spears, Gabby Hanna, and then I have a TikToker whose father had to defend the family over a armed stalker during a home invasion. So which one do you guys want to talk about first? Which Gabby Hanna is back at it. You're like, I don't know who any of these people are, Johnsy. Time machine equals airplane. Technically, kind of, you're right. Especially when you're going to another country, you're going into the future. Even though the time elapse is long and obnoxious and boring sometimes on the airplane. I've only been on an airplane for like tops 2.5 hours, and I slept the entire time, both times. So that's not bad, but going to like the Maldives, like Trisha Paytas, that's like, that's a whole day on an airplane. You're having lunch, you're having dinner, you're taking showers, the whole 9 yards. No, we're not going to be talking about tea with Putin, but that would be interesting. Well, let's start with Britney because I'm so happy for her and I'm kind of excited for her too. So they announced it yesterday that Britney Spears has finally sealed a bombshell book deal said to be worth $15 million. So yes. That's a lot of money for Miss Britney Spears, but you know what? She's getting her life back together. She's not in a conservatorship anymore, and she can do whatever the hell she wants. And after Jamie Lynn's book came out with a bunch of lies and hypocrisy in her sense, she wants to go and tell her story. And I think more people are more intrigued what happened to her than maybe her sister's side of things. But she has reached a landmark deal with the publishing house Simons and Schuster for her tell-all memoir about her career, her toxic life, and her family. So we will be getting all of the good goods and then some in this book. The deal, though, comes after a huge bidding war from multiple publishers over her book. So this is why I'm so happy for her, because people were fighting for this deal. And the deal is probably one of the biggest of all times behind the Obamas. So the Obamas book deal was like 60 million and she's at 15 million. That's still an outrageous number for a book deal, but people want to hear it. And that's why this bidding war happen because people want to hear, what did Britney go through that entire time she was in a conservatorship? What did she have to experience? What did she feel? How did it happen? Why did it happen? What was she really thinking? And I know that I will be definitely getting the book once it comes out because I'm interested to know myself. So she did write on Instagram, congratulations, bestseller. The nerve of you to sell a book now and to talk shit about your fucking lying. I wish you would take a lie detector test so all these masses of people see you're lying through your teeth about me. I wish the Almighty Lord would come down and show the whole world that you're lying and making money off of me. You scum, Jamie Lynn. This tweet has since been deleted. Instagram post has since been deleted. I've looked everywhere for it. Usually what happens when people do their little stories online, they'll post the actual clip from the Instagram and it comes up with post no longer available. I've looked even on her Reddit, couldn't find it. It's probably there somewhere, but I couldn't find it. But she did write this and it's now since been deleted. But hey, who's ready for a Britney Spears book? Because I know I am. And I think now that Jamie Lynn's book is out, and if she has read any of it, from what I'm taking in this whole situation, is that she has read some of the book because she knows about the lies that are being put in there. She's already talked about them previously. We talked about it in one of our YouTube weekly recaps, how she had posted a bunch of Instagram posts and tweets, because it was on her Twitter as well, saying I don't remember this experience, Jamie. What are you talking about? This never happened. I never had a knife. The only time I had a knife around you was probably cutting a vegetable. And we did talk about it then. I think it would be very interesting. I think she would maybe clear up some of the lies that were in Jamie's book, but it would mainly be about everything she had gone through. She also posted on Instagram that she was sitting on a vault of stories about relatives who sat by as she endured the grueling conditions of a 13-year conservatorship, saying, Lord have mercy on my family souls if I ever do an interview. They better watch out. But since the conservatorship has ended after 13 years in November, she has been the subject of many news articles, numbers of documentaries that have focused on her legal battles and her freedom, and she has been criticized. She has been looked at in a different view. She has been praised. She has been worshipped. People wanted her freedom. She has been all over the spectrum, all over. Everyone has a difference of opinion, and that's what makes us all unique individuals. I am happy for her. I couldn't imagine being in a 13-year conservatorship where I had my every move scrutinized and told what I can and can't do. I'm the type, you can't tell me what to do. I'm going to do it anyways. Whether if I want to or not, I'm going to do it. So that's just how I am. So I can only imagine how it is to not be able to do any of that. Not be able to even say, hey, I need help. Because she couldn't even say that. I feel bad. I do. And I wish that this could have ended a lot sooner. She could have somehow got the help that she needs. I do think the book will help tell her story. I think it will help relieve maybe some of the pain that she's going through or went through. And it also might bring up some of the turmoil that she's gone through that maybe she hasn't really had a chance to grieve over as well. So we will see, but the deal is in the works, which means there will be a book shortly. I would say maybe the beginning of next year, because it takes a long time to write a book. writing your thoughts down, having them organized, putting them in a timeline, because lots of people like timelines of events. Okay, this happened, then this, then this, and this. I mean, for all we know, she could have been writing like a diary already this whole entire time. And that would actually really help a lot if she did, to recap everything she's gone through. I will say, though, reps from Spears and Simon and Schuster have not made a comment about this. It's only been insider information that has been talking about this book deal. So we might hear more about this in the future, more about the deal, more about where it's coming from, what it's about, how she feels, all of that. All we really have is her cryptic IG posts and things that people are talking about and giving news sources about this. Hey, Chronic. So that is our Britney Spears little info. Congratulations. I hope she does amazing. And, this will help bring some of the money back to her that maybe she lost out on too in this 13 years of a conservatorship. And she'll be not having anybody putting their hands out taking it either. I do know she's having fun dancing. Again, she's posting all over Instagram different dance videos. She was wearing heels, doing like a little performance. I'm happy for her. She was riding dirt bikes with her fiance. So as long as she's happy, that's really all that matters to me. No one should be, held back, and no one should be unhappy in their life. And having a 13-year conservatorship where she had no say, she was being held back. She wasn't happy. Sorry, guys. So yeah, that's Britney. Then we are going to get into this TikTok star. I wanting to bring light to this story because I know a lot of people that have been personally stalked by somebody online. Myself, I feel like I have a stalker online. When someone just will not let go, not give you that space that you are asking for, it gets to the point where it becomes very creepy. It's an obsession. It's annoying. And all you want is this person to leave you the hell alone. But when it gets to this point that this TikTok star had to get to, with her father having to shoot the guy that was stalking her, this is what is a problem. And if things don't get stopped before this point, this is what we are going to see in news articles everywhere. And it's like, well, why didn't someone do something before that point? It's because there is no protection online for the people that are getting harassed, bullied, stalked, verbally abused, all of that. No matter what platform you're on, I hate to say it, there is nothing that protects us creators or anyone that is a follower, subscriber, or just a user. There's nothing to protect us. I have been doxxed on Instagram and people have laughed in my face, but it's not fucking funny. They wouldn't like it if it happened to them. And there's nothing I can do. I can't even write a report to Instagram, which I have, and they can't remove it because they don't have protection for us people. It's bullshit. But anyways, so this was a TikToker named Ava Majury. I have her picture. I can put it up on the screen for you guys. She's a cute young girl, and I feel bad. I feel bad that it even had to get to this point that nobody would do anything, and it got to the point that this person had to come to where she was, and her father had to do what he had to do to protect them and her. So let me put her photo up on the screen for you guys. So maybe some of you might know her from TikTok. I mean, I didn't hear about her until after, I read the article, because I don't really go on TikTok too much. I go on TikTok. I have certain people that I look at and watch, like JoJo Siwa, when she posts new stuff. I look at it, but I don't really follow a lot of the influencers that are big people on TikTok, so I didn't really know about her till then. Hello, Maria. How are ya? No, I don't want to invite somebody. Wrong button. So this is, let me get the photo up for us all. Speaking of TikTok, that's what just went off. That scares me every time it goes off. I'm like, what the hell is that noise? So here she is, guys. This is Ava. So, Miss Ava, what happened was that a stalker who had come to her house back in 2021, her father had to protect them, and he shot at the stalker. So her mother had told the Times that, they didn't want to let sick individuals stop her from being online, that they wanted her to be able to create and do what she wanted to do. And unfortunately, there's no protection, and it had come to this point that they had let the police know numerous times that this is what was happening. Nothing got done until the fact that this guy came to her house. It's kind of sad. So the shooting occurred on July 10, 2021, when a man named Eric Rohan Justin went to the house of Ava, blasted the door open with a shotgun. After his weapon jammed, he fled the scene, but soon returned, and that is when Ava's father shot him. So when the 18-year-old had been following Ava online for about a year, they said, and he had bought selfie photos from Ava, pictures of her, information about her from some of her friends. He was stalking her. If you are digging up information on people that are online, that is creepy. Just creepy, in my opinion. I'm sorry. My opinion, I'm allowed to speak my opinion. That is creepy. He also sent texts to classmates of Ava asking whether he had a gun and told them about the plans to assault the young teen, including saying, I could just breach the door with a shotgun, I think. Telling her classmates, why didn't these people go to authorities? Why didn't these people do something? Ava has over 1.2 million followers and about 57 million across all of her videos, like watch views. Her earliest TikTok dates back to April of 2020. And most of her content features her lip syncing to audio, dancing, normal teen TikToker influencer things that you see or the kids watch. I don't really necessarily watch them. So, like I said, I didn't know who she really was because it's not my thing. Let me see what you guys are saying as well. You're getting, I'm glad he's getting better every day. Hey, Coffee, how are ya? So the day of the shooting, she posted a video of her mouthing the words to a slow motion version of French Montana's Unforgettable. She shared another lip syncing video the next day and then took a 5-day break from posting from TikTok, resuming to her regularly, frequently TikTok videos that she does. The family was shaken up after the event, and they temporarily lived at a friend's house, according to news sources, because they were afraid to be even at the house at that point. Ava's mom said that her daughter was still actively online because they didn't want to allow sick individuals to keep her from using social media. And maybe she'd meant to bring awareness to all of this. Ava said she worried if her followers knew about the shooting, then people might think I attracted him, or that other followers would make it a contest to go to her house. So that's why she had taken the break, and she didn't want to talk about it until recently, this month in 2022. That is when she decided to talk about it. News sources had brought it out, but it wasn't major events until Ava brought light to this whole situation. So that is what has happened. The man is in jail and serving a sentence at the moment, and she is still posting to TikTok today and making others aware of her situation and other people aware that this could be what happens, and it's very easy for anybody to just do this. The resources are immense, and if somebody wants to get information on somebody, they can. And that's because things, yes, are public record. But is it really necessary? Like, what? This is where I have like an issue with things that happen online. And I know personally, whether people want to believe it or not, because, you know, people have their own opinions about stuff. The only time I've ever needed to look up something was so I can get an RO. Other than that, I don't go above and beyond to look at people's information because it's not necessary. What they do online is what they do online. I judge them based on the content people put out, what they do online, and how they portray themselves online compared to other social media platforms as well. But when people go above and beyond, like calling fertility clinics on Trisha Paytas, who was trying to get pregnant, saying that she would be a horrible mother, don't let this person in your clinic, or I've heard stories of CPS being called on people just because people don't like people. It's too far. It's too far. You cannot base your calling CPS or calling a fertility clinic or any of that from what you see online. You are only seeing a very slim portion of somebody's life. It is what they are allowing to show you as well. Whether somebody is in character, whether somebody is their true self, you do not know. They are only showing you what they are showing you, and you do not know them in real life to know if this is who they really are, or if they're a character, or if they're playing it up for the camera. I mean, yeah, I could sit here and say, this is how I am. My friends know this is how I am. This is how I am 24/7 through 65. But there are other people that play things for the camera. Like, I hate to say it, Trisha plays the camera. She talks out of her mouth sometimes and doesn't realize the lies she's putting out to make stories for her channel. He got a referral to the law firm. Oh my gosh. Really? That's crazy. Stalking a child, for fuck's sake. Yes, exactly, JFed. And hello, darling. How are ya? It is creepy as hell. It is. And I don't understand what people's obsession with. Like, I can understand you don't like somebody online. Okay. Do people realize how big YouTube is? Just YouTube in general, not every other platform, because every other platform has their own level. Do they realize how many creators are on the YouTube platform just itself? It's over 31 million roughly over 31 million YouTube channels in itself. When I say YouTube is big enough for all of us, I mean it. But when you are focusing on one individual and you are so revengeful and gung-ho to get somebody offline, that is crazy. Now, I do believe there are people that maybe take their platform way too far. What they do on their platform should never be. And that is because YouTube does not protect people. And when other people make light of a situation, it's to warn others, this is what is happening. It's scary. It's scary. And I don't think people understand. They cannot, like, when you go real life, you are bringing it to another level. You are making it creepy. When you make those calls, you are freaking the creep. Why can't people just leave people alone? If you do not like somebody, why can't you just leave them alone? Why do you watch their content if you don't like them? I know I damn well don't watch shit that I don't want to watch. I don't watch anything that is about me. Do I have friends that tell me about it? Yes, of course. My friends care about me. But do I put myself in a position that I'm going to watch a video that I know is only going to work me up, make me upset, where I have to hear someone that thinks they know me better than I know myself tell me something? No. I continue on with my day, my platform, and I do what I want to do. Thank you, baby.
I'm right back.
Okay. My McDonald's has arrived. Yes, guys, I got my Shamrock Shake, but it's a little twist. I got the Oreo Shamrock McFlurry. So I have some Oreo. But it gets to the point where people should not be doing the things that they're doing. And when people are outraged at what people are doing, it's like, oh, well, why is this guy so mad? Or why is this girl so mad? Well, look at what people are doing to them. They have every right to be pissed off. They have no idea what is happening behind the scenes. And they don't need to talk about it either. As creators, we choose what we want to put out there. We don't have to put our whole life out there for everybody. Hello, Lisa. There is a lot of us that do put our whole life out there because that's just who we are as people. But when people are asking, well, what happened? Why can't you tell us? They don't have to if they don't want to. They don't have to put their kids on YouTube. They don't have to show family photos. They don't have to show them in a certain figure, light, outfit, anything. It gets a little creepy. And do I worry about this? Yes. I'm not even monetized, and I feel like I can't even talk about it, honestly, because when I talk about it, and people are like, well, she's talking about it. Yes, but you guys have, like, I know my friends understand what I'm going through because I talk about it with them. That's what friends are for, by the way, to talk about things with them. But when someone is constantly sitting there talking about you, looking up your record, looking up what you've done in your past. Ooh, nuggets too. To make others aware of what? My past? My story is my story to tell. Just like their story is their story to tell. Why are people going above and beyond? This guy was texting her classmates, people she went to school with, letting them know that I can easily just take a gun to the door and bang it down and held them hostage. That's crazy. It should never get to a level like this. It should never get to a level that people are calling CPS, calling people's jobs, calling fertility clinics, calling, restaurants that people are at. It's insane. It's insane. Do creators put themselves kind of out there sometimes? Yes, but that is them wanting to be open to their fans. But then it's like, well, I can't be open to my fans because then if I'm saying I'm at this restaurant, people are going to call the restaurant and then, something might happen. So a TikToker named Ava, she was stalked online, and her stalker came to her house and pretty much put a gun to the family's head, and then he fled and came back, and the father had to shoot him because this is what it comes down to, unfortunately. It shouldn't have to be that way. I think YouTube as a whole needs to protect their creators a lot more. I think every social media platform needs to protect their creators. I think more states need laws to help prevent doxings and things like that. I think more federal laws need to be passed to help prevent things like this from happening. I think people need to be aware things like this can happen. And if they see it, they need to say something about it. Like her classmates that were getting the text, they should have gone to maybe the school or their parents and say, hey, I'm getting this really creepy guy texting me. And he's saying this about somebody that's in my school. What should I do about it? And I'm not sure if that they didn't do this, but it gets to the point where even if they have said something, nothing happens. It's only words, right? It's only words. Hey, BB. It shouldn't get to that point. Am I going to make light of situations like this every time I see them? Oh, yeah, I am. Because more people need to be aware. I remember one of these creators that I watched says, like, what you see on YouTube should stay on YouTube. And as a creator, if you're talking about other creators, it should only be about what you see and what they do on their platforms. It shouldn't be about their real life. And I agree. Just like when people judge Katie Joy, I get it. I get people judge her. I judge her myself. It's my opinion. But should they make it a huge deal if they don't actually know how she is? I mean, she does put a whole big portion of her life out there. She does show us what she does during the day. We see her on Instagram. We see her on YouTube to know that, she might not be the best mother, but who are we to judge what she really does? We aren't there. She doesn't have a camera on her 24/7, 365. We can only assume. We can only assume from what we are seeing and what we are shown. I mean, that is just how it is. Do we have a right to our opinion? Yes, we do. But do we need to plaster our opinion out everywhere? No. We don't need to talk about things we don't really know or judge people off things we don't know. So yeah, that's the TikToker story, Ava. And I think I will be looking for more articles like this, not just to have out there, but to bring awareness to. This is not the first time, and this surely won't be the last time. And like I said, if I can do anything to change maybe a state law that I live in, I'm going to try. I'm going to see what I can do. Yes, I heard that, I don't know if I saw a news article that she has Covina, Johnsy. And then I heard that there was like a video that was put out that shouldn't have been put out, and it was like human error. Get down. You're not getting my nugget. My cat wants a nugget. I'm not sure about I just read the headline and I was like, oh crap, that sucks. More than anything. I did do that. She possibly could have Covina right now. But I did read that there was like a video that got leaked out, and it was human error that it got leaked out, and it should have never been leaked out. I'm not sure what the video was about or of that. But I did see that today on my MSNBC. That's good. Yeah, I love her. She's a historical figure. Yeah, especially with Comina. I said, yeah, she's older, and that's older people have more of a higher chance of things happening why they have this. I really hope that she gets better and she continues her reign, and yeah, like I really am hoping for the best. She confirmed to have it. Okay. That's what I heard. I just got a headache for 2 days. I know it's hitting people in different ways. Yeah, so I know like one of the first signs a lot of my friends say is they lose their taste, which I can't really imagine losing your taste, how that would feel. But thankfully I have not had it, at least that I know of. I did get sick for that 2 weeks, like after Christmas, and I was worried that I had it because I had gone to the Walmart that the whole entire Walmart had Covina and got shut down for a week because of it. And I was worried that because I had gone the same day they closed it the next day, it was like, oh my God, yeah, you were hospitalized for 3 days because of it. And you say you still don't have all of your taste back, right? Or it took a long time to get your taste back. Hey, Truffle. Heard when the taste buds come back, stuff tastes nasty for a while. Oh no. Never lost my taste. You had it twice? Oh my God. I didn't know you lost it. You had it twice? Oh my gosh. I read somewhere online she's getting meds to help mitigate the Rona for the Queen, and she's doing her red boxes. Oh. I got my COVID test the same day as the Queen. There you go. You can always remember that. I got mine test the same day the Queen got hers. I love that. Speaking of something crazy, today is 2/22/2022. It's such a crazy, cool, weird date, and I know I'm not going to live to see the next 2/22/2000. Well, it'll be 3,000. No, yeah, 3,022. I'm trying to think, like, when's the next 2222? Or it could be, that would be 2,222. Yeah, I'm not going to live to then either. Be long gone. Well, yes, for Johnsy, it's 2/23 2022 now. I think you backed it. You did the date your European way, where you do the date first, then the month, then the year, where like us weird Americans do the month, then the date, then the year. I never got that, but I understand it. Yeah, right? Yesterday was 2/22/22. Which, you know what I noticed? My computer saves it the same way that you guys do it over there, with the date, then the month, then the year. And I always have to change it. You knew it would throw me off, but I figured it out. Oh, really? What band was it, Truffle? Let me get Ava's photo off. We're not talking about her. That's how we do it. Yeah, a lot of places do it that way. We're like the odd country. Like, we do, like, you guys do the metric system, and we do like the feet, like, or you guys do there's just a whole bunch of backward stuff, some like the Celsius, and we do Fahrenheit. Like, I don't understand why it's just not like a universal thing. It seems like the US is like the oddball that does all that stuff. Like, we have to have everything different for whatever reason. We're just that special and unique. It was Psycho Stick. Ooh, okay. Definitely have to check that out. I'm going to star that so I can check them out later. Was it a good performance? Did you enjoy it? That's what matters. Did you enjoy it? Driving at the different sides of the... Yes, driving on the different sides of the road. Yes, we drive on the right. They drive on the left. Their cars are on... The driving is on the right, and we drive on the left. All of that is different. You're right. I forgot about that. The U.S. is an oddball. The Pope's over there on Twitch. The U.S. is an oddball. That's true. We are just the oddball. We are just very weird. That's how we like it. Speaking of oddballs, Miss Gabby Hanna, we haven't talked about Gabby Hanna in a long time. A long time. Gabby's, mind her own business. She's stayed out of making YouTube videos. She's posted a couple, she has posted a couple YouTube videos, but they're just like her TikToks that she's put from TikTok onto YouTube. But recently, Gabby Hanna's been back, and she is back. She's made it very known that she is back. Oh, Gabby. So let me bring up the first photo because I want to show you what Gabby has been up to, guys. So Gabby is still doing her music. She's still promoting it, all of that. But she's back to doing YouTube, and some of her fans are excited. Some of her fans are like, what is she going to do? So back last summer, Gabby had that all-out blackout on her channel, on all of her social medias, where she blacked out her photo. There was nothing. She wiped everything off. And it came after she did all of those videos where it was like a series to try to clear her name, but it was more of a expose anyone and everyone that Gabby had ever come in contact with through social media. Like, it was one of those, which she did get a lot of hate from those videos where people were posting clips of it, reacting to them. She had people coming back and exposing her for the things that she had said that were lies. It was a big thing, and then she just went completely black and was like, I'm not doing this. The only thing I am going to do is focus on my music 100%. And people have really left Gabby alone. Well, recently she has come back. She's 2 weeks into posting on YouTube, and she's back to posting full-length videos along with rebranding her other channels as well. So I'm going to take I took screenshots so we can see. Yeah, it was the anti-social social networking. She was like, I'm done. I am done. Which I get it. I mean, she has been in the spotlight for a long time. And a lot of people did not like that series of videos that she had put out. I'll tell you that. I know I saw them and I was like, wow, she's trying to protect, she made herself look like she was a victim in a lot of the situations where she caused. And people were mad about that. I mean, if you're... Take accountability for the things that you've done and the things that you were a victim of. Yes, speak out about it. But you can't be a victim for everything. And, that's the one thing I really dislike about things that happen with me. People say that I always make myself up to be the victim, but I don't. I take accountability when I do shit, and I admit when I'm wrong. And that's where they failed to talk about. They only talk about all the other shit that I do, which I don't get, but whatever. At least I'm not Gabby Hanna. Let's just put it that way. So this is her new rebranding. So she's still the Gabby Show. She has now, instead of her Gabby vlogs, it's called Gabby Hanna Camera Rolls. She has her Gabby Hanna music. Then she has a new one called I Talk Too Much. So this was an old channel of hers that she now changed to I Talk Too Much. And then Look Design Company for her last channel. And people are already kind of speculating for the Look Design Company that she might be like selling her art per se on that, though there's only one video. So I did click on things to see what they looked like. And her Talk Too Much channel, in the About section, I wanted to see what it was all about. And it looks like this. Yeah. So it says description: real-time ASMR, uncut mukbangs, uncut skincare and makeup routines, uncut painting videos, white noise and room noise, maybe some meditation stuff. And then she does have the lookdesign.co, which I'm assuming is her painting stuff. So I'm taking it she's going to get into some ASMR, but like ASMR doesn't necessarily mean uncut mukbangs. That's not really ASMR. Maybe just some skincare and makeup videos. I don't know if that's ASMR. When I think of ASMR, I think of, the tapping, the noise, things to relax people, not things like this. That's just me, though. ASMR, though, is a wide variety of different things, and it's just not something I'm very interested in. So I really don't know too much about the ASMR scene of things. But that's her one of her channels that I Talk Too Much, which when I first saw I Talk Too Much, I was thinking, oh, maybe she'll do her podcast that she would do onto this channel, but not really. She has already three videos technically. So she's already posted 2 videos on this channel. The third one is like an intro video, which I do have to show you guys. But the other 2, the first one is real-time ASMR skincare Get Ready With Me, where she's talking and doing her skincare routine. The second one she had posted 11 days ago was a Get Ready With Me, which was her makeup routine. But it also had a heart rate monitor on it, and that's what I didn't understand about that. It was kind of weird. It was a definite weird video. I need to close my door because my boyfriend's TV is really loud right now. Oh, you have your unicorn? Kitty has her unicorn. She's like, no, Mom, you are not touching my unicorn. I walked by her. She put her paw on the unicorn. Like, nope, this is mine. So, yes, this is her I Talk Too Much channel. I want to show you the little 13-second intro video as well, though. So I'm going to remove this, add that in. To the hour and turning of late, meeting people. I had no idea why. Aw. I couldn't close my door all the way. So if you hear background noise, I am so sorry. I have no idea what he's watching. And he is like, he has to have it on full blast all the time. So this is the I Talk Too Much, like little intro video. So it like highlights her artwork that she does. And that's it. At the end, it does put up the 2/22. It's a Tuesday. It's a Tuesday. It's a Tuesday. It's a Tuesday. Please rate and subscribe. Please rate and subscribe. So why she has this up is because today she actually had her first, I'm not sure if it was a concert, an art show, but it was her first live appearance. And she had set that up about 2 weeks ago and announced it to everybody. Which she had done that on her Gabbie channel, which we'll get into. So then after this, I had, of course, check out the next channel, which is Look Design Company. And the only video that is on the Look Design Company is just another 17-second video, which I have for us. And it goes over, it's just like an intro to the channel. There's a little bit of her music, and then it just says like and subscribe. Like, this is what it is. It's nothing major. So I'm going to put that up. I might get copyright claim for the song, but it's not that long.
Please subscribe to this channel. Join the email list for early announcements on limited drops. Visit lookdesign.co to keep up with everything in one place. Smiley, 4:44 p.m.
And that's the video. So that's why people are speculating, is she going to be putting her art on there to sell? Is she using this channel and all of the followers that it has to sell her art? A lot of people are not happy about what she is doing, and we're going to get into that in just a minute. So I also then got her camera roll, which it used to be, like I said, her vlog channel, and I exited the screen by accident. I stopped sharing all screens. There we go. That makes it easier. And it's literally just, so far, one of her songs, and it's a visualizer, and it's just this photo that you see on there right here. And it goes from the colors that are in it to black and white as her music is played over it. So far, that's the only thing on her camera rolls channel. So I don't know if this is going to be like where she puts her music on with some art to kind of go with it. But this is so far what it is. I guess we're going to have to wait and see kind of thing to see more of what Gabby is going to do with all of this. But so far, it's not a vlog channel anymore. It looks like it's going to be where she releases music. And these are the 4 new videos on her main Gabby Show channel. So as we can see, it says episode 1, Saving the World or Dry Trying. Then we have Come Ready to Party, Gabby's Hannah's Planner, which is her where she announced that she's doing her performance for the 2022 today. And then we see the second video, which is I Wasn't Aware I Wasn't Like You, and the third, That Poor Girl. So I've watched the first 2. I didn't get to the third one yet. And the first one, it was a video where she explains that she wants to focus on her music. That's all she wants to do. But to be able to have that luxury, she needs to be online. And she puts up like a screen of options, which is this right here. And it's like, I push myself into things that make me more unhappy than anything else on this planet in order to do the things that I love. I love the absolute most. Let go of the thing I want to do the absolute most and live more peace and solitude, or I guess question mark. And I took a clip right after this part because she kind of was like sitting there debating with herself about why she hated being online so much and how she needs to be online to be able to put her music out, but she hates being online. It was definitely just like a weird video, but here's a clip from it. I'm gonna remove this one.
And my own personal happiness would be to be able to create all day and support myself. So in order to do that, like, oh, you have to use fucking social media, which is the thing that I hate the most. I just can't do the social media thing.
I mean, yeah, unfortunately, I don't think what she realizes, like, yes, you don't like the social media thing, but with wanting to do music, a lot of people get their music out via social media. A lot of these TikTokers that are being found because they put their music on platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and then they'll do their videos, they'll post those onto YouTube, but people find them from these kind of short videos. Then people get interested and they look further into it. So unfortunately, you do have to do social media. I mean, it's not like the old school way where you hear the new song on the radio or you do concerts and people find you through that. It just doesn't happen that way. And for me, it just seemed like she was kind of sounding a little bit entitled because she does have such a big following. She has 5-point-something million subscribers on her YouTube channel alone. And she can promote her music and people see it. But people didn't subscribe to Gabbie originally for her music. They subscribed to her because they liked who she was. They liked the content she was putting out. They liked what she was doing. I mean, she was back from the Vine days. So Vine was like short videos like TikTok was. It's not anything different than how Vine was. I don't see why she can't do TikTok and put out music that way, or, you know, do her little weird bathroom, I'm in the bathtub and singing my song kind of thing. I mean, unfortunately, if you want to be heard, you want people to hear your music, social media is the way to go. And she does have an advantage over a lot of people that just want to be musicians. She has an advantage. And I feel like she just doesn't understand that. And she's kind of, my opinion is she's kind of entitled. Like, she's like, I just don't want to do it, but I have to do it because I just want my music out there. And I don't understand why I can't just like put music out and people just listen to it, because that's not how it works. As evolution evolved, so did technology. And with technology, things that were how we used to do it back then has evolved as well. And this is just how it is. I don't think I can ever be a musician, but with being a musician, social media is their outlet to get their music out, to talk to their fans, to connect with people, to get people to notice them, to get people to see what they're doing. It is there for a reason. It's to help. It's not anything but to help them. I do have another clip from this video for you guys as well. So I'll get that one, which this is option video number 2.
Successful enough in my music career that I can sustain it without pushing it so much on social media. Like, I want enough people to really just give a fuck and like pay attention because they love it and they support it. And I think once I find those people and I can get to that point and I can just like only use social media to post my music, like that is the level of success that I want in my life.
I also feel though that Gabby Hanna will always be Gabby Hanna, and she always has an opinion about everything, which she's entitled to. But she's always the type of person that if she has something to say, she blasts it. She puts it out. She wants people to hear her. And if you don't listen to her, she gets upset. And even like this, she's sitting there in her bed. You can't see her. All you can see really is her laying down and the cat. And she's giving her opinion about how she is feeling. It's a rant video. And how she just wishes that she could put it out and people would just listen and like it. So I'm not going to say her music's bad, because it's not. I do like her songs. I more like the lyrics and the meaning behind her songs more than her actual voice. She does use a lot of auto-tune for stuff. And when you hear her like natural voice, it doesn't really sound the same as it would for her songs. She's very passionate. Now, I was telling Pope this before I came on, because he didn't really know too much about Gabby Hanna. He knew who Gabby Hanna was, but didn't really know about her. She put out a poetry book, and I love poetry. This was like the shittiest poetry book I've ever seen in my entire life. And I said to him, if her music was actually written by her, like the lyrics, the meaning, her poetry would be freaking incredible. And I feel like maybe she does have like a team to help with the writing and the lyrics, which that's not a problem. But she is so passionate about the things that she does. And the music has such good meaning and such good lyrics. And she could do very well with herself. But people know Gabby from her being a content creator. They don't know her as a musician. She came into the music industry as a content creator. So people are still wanting that Gabby Hanna content, not really wanting to listen to her music. And she's frustrated that people just don't like her music. Well, they like her for the content and they're not used to the music. And now they have to just get used to her being a musician. And that's all she wants to be and nothing more. Yeah, you're right. Every singer has songwriters now. That's true. I mean, I don't know, because I used to sit there and write songs with my friend, and not that I'm like anything major, but you put passion into what you're putting out, and I can tell she has passion for her music, and she just needs to express that the same way and put content out too as well. She can put out the content. She does covers too. Yeah, she does covers too. She did an Alanis Morissette cover, and it was a huge thing that she didn't credit the artist. And she was like, "Oh, I forgot to do it." When people said, "Hey, this is a cover. Why didn't you say it was a cover? Why didn't you credit the artist?" That was a huge thing. You're right, Laura. I totally forgot about that. That was a big thing last summer as well. She complains a lot and seems to be all I hear. Yeah, she's like Trisha Paytas, where she just gets on there and bitch, rants, and listen to me. I have something to say. And that's that. No, she was not Alanis Morissette at all. It was not what I thought either. Alanis has a voice. Gabby was like auto-tuned with it. I didn't like it either. I didn't like the video. I didn't think she put the creativity behind it. She's very creative with her art. I will give her that. There are some art pieces that are just absolutely incredible. And then some that are like, did a 5-year-old draw this? And it doesn't make any sense. Now, I will give her this. The concept behind her videos, I did see the artistry in it, where she was kind of just sitting there talking and then adding the writing into it and making it visually interesting. But people aren't really interested in the visual effects to things. They're more wanting to see what she's got to say and what she's going to bitch about today, kind of a thing. I mean, that's how she came about. She came about that way. Her second video that she did, which is episode 2, if I wasn't aware, I wasn't like you, it was a rant video where I think these episodes that she's doing, from everything I saw from the first one and the second one, it would be so much better off as a podcast style video instead of her just ranting and adding things into the video. So the second video, we see her, like the first one, we see her laying in bed and kind of going over her options and her ranting there. But the second one was her ranting over her filming like a vlog of what she did that day. She did her makeup. She was, playing around with different effects, like putting on her like cover face, taking it off, doing a face mask, adding makeup. It was just filler kind of material so she can rant over it. That's where I said I saw the artistry behind it, but some people would probably prefer it as a podcast style because they're not really interested in watching the actual video of her doing nothing. They'd more be interested in hearing it and being able to do other things while listening, kind of thing. And podcasts are very big right now. I mean, podcasts have been around for a while, but they're bigger and bigger, and a lot more people are doing podcast style because people can just, pop it in and do something while listening. It's very easy for podcast style stuff nowadays, and a lot of people are doing it. I think she would be better off doing a podcast style. Now, she was supposed to have a podcast with Farrah Abraham, who is a teen mom OG, but Farrah got arrested and it ended up never happening. So, I mean, I don't see why she couldn't do it on her own, even though Farrah is no longer around for it, to do it. I mean, she's around, but they're not doing the podcast. It never happened because of that. So I don't see why Gabbie couldn't just do a podcast kind of style. When even she went on with Keemstar, that was what, like October-ish? September, October. She did the Keemstar in your mom's basement episode with him. Right after Trisha did her episode, Gabbie did her episode the next week, even though it was done the same day, technically. That was very interesting. She talked a lot about things that she wanted to do, and people like the podcast style. I think she would benefit doing a podcast and not really these videos that she's throwing out there. That's my opinion. I did take a couple clips from the second one so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Some singers co-write and write with songwriters if they want a personal song. See, yeah. I like, the rock bands that, they sit down in a basement together and they sit there and they write their music and put the tunes to it, like old school. Yeah, that's me. Hold on, my cat wants to get out. I'll put this video on and let my cat out. Bella, cut it out. You just closed the door on yourself.
My bed because I was just thinking about how unpredictable I was. As an artist, you want to be unpredictable. As a girlfriend or a friend, you want to be predictable. Like, I'm a tough person to love, honestly.
So as you can see, she's like doing her makeup. She adds in those like little clips with the writing and stuff. I have one more for you guys, so you guys can kind of get a feel of what it was like. Honestly, I mean, if you really just want to listen to Gabby Hanna rant, go watch them. I was kind of bored watching them, to be honest. It was like, oh God, another rant by Gabby Hanna.
I don't quit because I lost that for a minute because I learn these big life lessons and then I fucking forget them. I always reach this place and then I lose it so quickly.
So yeah, these are just a couple clips from her video. I feel like she's trying to find herself. She's trying to find what she really likes. I think she's been doing social media for so long that she doesn't know what she wants to do. She wants to be able to do just the music, but she doesn't want to have to do the social media. But you have to do the social media because that's what it's come to nowadays. And it was released. Oh, so the podcast with Keemstar was August 25th, 2021. So I was a little off date-wise. So it was August. It was summer, end of summer. Thank you for that, Pope, my personal investigator. Helps me research. Yeah, so I was off. Yeah, that was the whole August thing. So it was that August 25th. And that was interesting. I listened to that whole podcast with Keemstar and her. It was interesting. So I think she would be better off podcast style instead of like her doing these videos where it's like I'm watching her do nothing and her rant. I think she would be better off podcast style. But I think she's also trying to find herself. I think why she's doing these videos is to show people, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I don't know why I'm doing this. This is what I want to do, but I can't do it because this is how society is nowadays. And I wish I could just post my music, but I can't. And she has such an advantage because she already has that following. And I think she needs to entertain her followers, because if not, she's not going to have this following behind her, and give them what she wants, but also still find herself too. Maybe you need to take a break, continue the break, because clearly it seems like she took a break. She was happy, but she wasn't happy. It seems like she still missed what she was doing, though she doesn't want to do it. So it doesn't make any sense to me. She's lost. I get it. She is lost. We'll see. We will see what is to come, because Gabby Hanna will always be Gabby Hanna. She makes a scene when she wants to be seen, and now that she's back, well, something will happen. I wish her the best of luck. I wish her success in everything that she wants to do, and I don't hate her music. I actually like some of her music. I'm not a fan of her voice, more like I said, the meaning and the lyrics and the whole guitar and drums and all of that. I'm more into that than her actual voice, but her music isn't bad. People will listen if she puts it out, but I kind of also feel like she might be using her fans in the sense that she has all these people that have followed her and been beside her, been there with her through thick and thin, and she's not giving them what they want, in the sense that she's just putting her music out there, and they're like, I want to see Gabby. I want to hear what you have to say, Gabby. Like, there are some diehard Gabby fans, like there are Trisha fans, and you can't say one bad thing about Gabby without them coming after you. And if she's not at least talking to her fans, they're not going to be fans for longer. It's a lose-lose situation, and I just wish her the best in everything that she does want to do, and I hope she finds herself. I kind of want to see, like, what do her fans feel about this, in the sense of, are they happy with what she's putting out? Are they happy with these new series of clips or videos that she's doing? Do they enjoy them? Do they miss what she was used to doing? Do they want something different? Do they want more? Would love to know. I know for me, it was quite boring watching them, and I wasn't very interested in it. I wasn't really listening to what she had to say, because I was watching more what she was doing. And if she wants people to hear her, maybe the podcast style would be better, instead of adding in things that you're distracted. You're trying to figure out what the hell is she doing with this like face mask, instead of what is she saying. That's just my opinion about Gabby. You know, I have an opinion. Oh gosh. I did see earlier, so I do use my 10K rule very much, and John Yates is over 10K. So I'm not sure if any of you guys had seen it. John Yates. So Heidi did a video today, then Terry Lynn did a continuance video, and while Terry Lynn was live, one of his followers, Happy, who is a lovely, sweet, amazing lady, was there. She went up on panel and she expressed how hurt she was about what John had done to her. And John came in the chat like a bat out of hell. Well, who the fuck is this bitch? And she got upset. And he was like, well, you're nobody. Who are you? You're nobody to me. And it was like, to me, I was like, he got on panel and everything was a defense. He put up a wall. He was defending his honor, which I understand. When you have people coming at you at all angles, I get it. But what John's biggest issue is, and I kept saying it the whole time in the chat, is he doesn't listen. So while he was on panel, instead of hearing what Happy had to say to him, he was talking over her. He wasn't listening to what she was saying. He was getting defensive. And he kept saying, but I've already apologized. I've already apologized. I've already apologized. I apologized to AT2. I've apologized. I've apologized. Yes, you've apologized. But actions speak louder than words. And if you are truly sorry for the actions you have done to make people hurt, that are trying to tell you they are hurt by what you have said and done, you would listen. You would give them the opportunity to speak without being so defensive and saying, listen, I know I've apologized, but I realize you are still hurt. And I want to apologize again to you. That I am trying to change. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to understand. I think he is so upset that people just automatically assume that he's a racist, that it's a defense mechanism. But really, he's just naive to some of the things he has said and done. And he doesn't understand, and he needs to educate himself. And the way to educate is to listen. And without him listening, he is not going to learn why people are upset with him, why they are making such loud noise, why they are making these petitions, why they are upset. And he feels like he is somebody and everybody else is beneath him. But really, if those people that are nobodies to him weren't there, he wouldn't be anybody. Those followers make him somebody because they liked what he was saying and doing with the 90-day stuff, and they cared what his opinion was. They wanted to hear what he had to say. But when it comes to them being upset, he doesn't care what they have to say. And that is not cool, in my opinion. It's not. No disrespect, though, in the name. Could TL live stream for 8, 9, 10 hours straight? Legit asking. I don't know, Jay. I don't know. I said it the other day. Listen, she can do it. I don't know how she does it. I'm not asking questions, but I know I can. I stayed up for 30, well, it was almost 48 hours the other day, but it was more because I was worried about something that was happening in my personal life and I couldn't sleep. But then I stayed up, I live streamed, and then that's why we didn't do the Urban Dictionary on Saturday, because I was tired and I didn't know if I would be able to stay awake any longer after that point. But I don't know, because I fell asleep watching her and woke up and she was still live streaming. And then I thought she got off in the middle of the afternoon to go to bed. And then I turned into something else and I saw her live on another channel. I'm like, how does she do this? How does she do? I give her credit. I don't know how she does it. I don't. I give her a lot of credit, though, because she is one of those, like, gamers that can go, like, 88 hours live streaming, and I have no idea how they do it. But I give her props. I do, because that's not easy to do. And yes, people are going to question, like we're all questioning, how does she do it? A lot of caffeine, maybe. I mean, maybe, I have no idea. It's help from a lot of friends too. But hey, if people are watching, good for her. Do what you got to do. I understand. I mean, I don't think I could ever do that, but it's a long time. It's a long time. And you know what? Hey, if there's things to talk about and people are talking, that's what matters. And I'm glad that she had the conversation on her panel. But what I didn't like is, so like, the other thing was, I know it was one of John Yates's moderators that was up there. And instead of trying to listen to what Happy had to say, he immediately went to, well, why are you doing this? You're supposed to be my friend. And he was deflecting from actual situation of what was happening. And I know I'm a nobody, John Yates, but my opinion would be that you need to listen to what people are trying to tell you. Yes, you can apologize and you can say, well, how many times do I have to apologize? You are going to have to apologize for a long time. You might have to say you're sorry a trillion times. But by you saying you're sorry every single time someone says you hurt me, that means you care. That means you understand you fucked up. We all fuck up. We are all not perfect. But if someone is hurt by your actions, you need to listen. You can't always be so defensive. He immediately assumed that because Happy said, well, he'll probably do this for the clicks and views later, which clearly he's crying now. Maybe it's for the clicks and views. I'm not saying that it is. But he knows how to work the system. He does. But he needs to listen. He needs to learn. He needs to realize, yes, you can say you're sorry, but actions speak louder than words. And he needs to listen. He needs to learn. He needs to educate and show that he wants to learn. He wants to be different. He didn't mean what he did. He is sorry for his actions. And my thing is, if you are sorry for what you have done, you will apologize until you're blue in the face without having to say, well, I've already apologized. Well, I've already apologized. That's just me. I know when I've hurt a friend, I can't say I'm sorry enough. Yeah, I can't think of enough stuff to talk about either that long. But listen, like I said, she did it. That's props to her. People were there and people were listening to her, and I give her a lot of credit. I know I wasn't one of those people, but I was. That was, back when I was friends with somebody that liked to talk a lot of crap about her. I was shocked that she, not only then, the other person was live, and we were live the same time that Terry Lynn was live doing those 48-hour streams, and it got boring because all she wanted to talk about what was happening over there. And what was happening over there where they were having fun. What happened was more people would come in, they would start a conversation, people would leave, more people would come, it would start another conversation, and it just was conversation after conversation, subject after subject, and hey, she did great. But the other person wanted to make it all about herself, which is nothing new, and it was boring. We had nothing to talk about, and it was the same thing over and over. And it got to the point where I was falling asleep on stream because I didn't have anything to say. I was bored. And it was just okay, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know what they did to you. I have no idea who half these people are. I'm learning now who these people are and getting to know them for who they are. And I'm sorry that if I ever said anything bad about them, I didn't know who they were. I was basing it off what I thought was a friend and what my friend was telling me that was happening to her. And that's what people need to remember, because my so-called friend is now saying, well, she said this and she said that. Well, you were asking me about people you had no idea about, and I was giving you my opinion on them. And as a friend, I entrusted in you like you entrusted in me. And I trusted you when you said these people were doing this and that to you. And come to find out, you were leaving a lot of information out. And maybe I should have looked further. And I think I didn't look further because I honestly was not wanting to get wrapped up in your drama. I didn't care enough to be wrapped up in it. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. I should have looked further, but I didn't want to have to hear all the drama all the time. Because I hate when people are 24/7 dramatic, always having an issue and always having to bitch. It gets to the point where they don't want to hear it anymore. And that's to the point I got. But yeah, I hope, I know there's a lot of people that are unhappy with Johnny Yates at the moment. Hey, Angela, how are you doing, honey? I'm doing good. How are you doing? I know people are unhappy with what he's been up to lately, and I think if he really cares, like he says he cares, and he is sorry for the things that he has done. I mean, let's be honest here. You accused my friend of being something he never, ever would be. You spread that lie. You helped spread that lie with everybody else. Out of what? Revenge? Hate? Not liking somebody? That is effed up. And I know I personally am not a fan of you because you hurt my friend. And you could have ruined his life, his reputation, his career, anything he ever wanted to do, that would have followed him. And you didn't give a shit. And that bothered me. But if you really say you want to change and you want to learn and you are sorry for what you have done, you would listen. Your birthday is this Saturday. Well, girl, we're going to have a special birthday stream for you. I know I do the weekly YouTube recap, but it should be dedicated to you for your birthday then. You don't have to tell me how old. I know you're turning 26 again. Looking beautiful as ever. Well, I hope you have do you have any plans? Do you have any plans? You won't find me being a drama llama farmer. I thought you owned a llama farm, Johnsy. Are you doing anything fun, special for your birthday? Oh, speaking of, I know Angela's here and she likes to hear the KJ stuff. KJ got me a little PO'd the other day. You might know this, Angela. Peter Mon, we talked about how he got into a car accident on Saturday. And, well, not on Saturday, we talked about Peter Mon on Saturday in the recap. And how the family has asked for people to respect their privacy and respect the wishes of not putting up the police report and talking about it. Well, here KJ is blasting everything everywhere. She put the man who passed away in the accident obituary up on her Instagram, along with talking about his family, putting their names, all of them. I mean, mother, father, grandkids, kids, all of that out there. This is not what the family wanted, let alone Peter's family wanted. Nobody wanted this. And here is KJ putting it all out there to cause a ruckus. As far as the updates I have seen, he is still in critical condition, but he's doing better, a little better each day. That's as much as an update as they've given people, and we have to respect what the family wants. And I know it's a difficult time right now. It was a very tragic accident. And KJ always uses people's traumas for clicks and views. And it's just disgusting that after everything that was said, here she is putting it all out. And I have copies of the Instagram posts that she posted, but I can't put them on screen right now because unlike her, I know the family doesn't want this information out there. They didn't want the obituary public for everyone to see on YouTube, let alone Instagram or any other social media site, because unlike Peter, he was not an influencer. And they are upset. That's why Peter's family also said, can you please respect the fact that we don't want the police reports out there? It wasn't just for Peter, it was for everybody else involved. Yeah, she was mom shaming Joy Ann Duggar too. I did see that too. I mean, this is KJ. She's never going to change, unfortunately. She needs a true wake-up call, in my opinion. She needs to see what she is doing is not right. Like, she doesn't like when people mom shame her, and I was just saying not that long ago, like, even though, we only see what KJ lets us see, we can't be judging who she is as a mother because we don't know. We're not there. She's not there to see what Joanna is doing. She doesn't see how Joanna is as a mother. But yet here she is shaming her. But God forbid KJ gets shamed. It's the end of the world. But yet she does it to other people. The hypocrisy is undeniably real, and it's annoying. More people need to practice what they preach, and KJ is one of them. And that's what irritates me the most about KJ, is that she doesn't practice what she preaches at all. I think Katie having mom and dad issues. She was saying her dad used to spank her when she was little. Okay. So do mine. I mean, but I don't have mom and dad issues. It's like it's an excuse, but it's not an excuse. Yes, some things are traumatic that can affect your adult life growing up. But for me, it's like an excuse for her. All right, and I have had some traumatic things happen to me as a kid, but I don't sit here and blast about it. Like she uses it. What? Oh my gosh, no. She is nasty bitch for that. Docs a deceased person. Yep, she is. That happened 20 minutes for me, and those photos were front page news. I loved Peter for years. Yeah, I know. I love Peter too. I think, we're not going to love everything that people aren't going to love everything that I do. I'm not going to love everything that other people do. But he is an amazing guy. He puts out the information he wants to put out. Sometimes I enjoy it. Sometimes I'm like, okay, we can agree to disagree. But I like how he does it. He is a wonderful content creator. For people to be not respecting just the privacy. There's never privacy on social media. And unfortunately, it sucks to even say that, but it's true. And when people are begging just for some privacy, people still can't give it. What is wrong? I don't get it. Yeah, I used to get the bell. I get it. It was just, now it's looked down upon that you can't even spank your kid. You can't even tap your kid. It's a problem. You're beating your child then. But did that discipline help me? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. But there is no rule to parenting as well. And you learn as you go, just like we learn as kids as we grow. Did I need it sometimes? Probably, hell yeah, I did. Did it make me sometimes rebellious? Yeah, it did. But all of those lessons have made me the person that I am today. And I've learned and grown from everything I've been through in life. And that's what matters to me. Do I hold it against my dad? No. Did I used to? Yeah. Do I have a much better relationship with him? Hell yeah. Do I understand? Yeah. As you grow, you learn. As you learn, you grow stronger. As you grow stronger, you're able to understand and be aware of everything that's happened to you. And KJ is very much a narcissist. She was putting up like how to deal with a family narcissist. She was talking about how her family was a narcissist and how she had to deal with it. I saw all those posts and I'm thinking to myself, well, you kind of follow along in their footsteps, because the things you didn't like about your family or your mom or your dad, that's what you're doing right now. And will Vaughn say the same thing when he gets older? Probably. And Angela, definitely check out, I don't know if you have heard of my friend Nikki with the flowers. Her link is in my description. She covers a lot of, she does all KJ. She does a couple other things too as well, but she does a lot of KJ stuff, and I know you love the KJ stuff. Definitely check out Nikki, and Nikki and me are close. So just say, hey Nikki, Jackie told me about you, and she'll open you with loving arms, girl. She's an amazing, amazing girl. I always got the choice between spanking or getting grounded. I'd always choose spanking. It was over quicker and I had plans. I wish I had that option. I probably would have chose the same too. I got things to do. Yeah, just get it over and done with. She's really had to go looking. What she posted came from the funeral home, not the newspaper obituary. She had to hunt for that funeral home. Gross. Yep. Because all I did was I had seen Rich Lux's post, and Keemstar had posted it as well. And with Keem's post was the police department from Twitter, their post. He had like tagged the police department, and their post was right there. And all I did was click on the police department link about the accident. And that's how I got like the little bit of information about the accident. And even then I felt like I didn't want to put the report out. I didn't even want to show names because that's an invasion of privacy. These people did not ask to be in this accident, let alone an accident by someone who is an influencer whose, yes, name is out there for everybody, but they didn't want that. They don't even have a choice. And people are putting their name out there. Do I think she is doxing this family? Hell yes. She is doing this maliciously to make money off of the trauma. She is doing this because she is KJ and she thinks she can do it. She really thinks she is a reporter, but I hate to break her heart. She is not a reporter. She is not. She went to school and she got, what? Is it like a Spanish? I forgot. I'll have to ask Nikki. I believe it's like a Spanish or like an art master. It had nothing to do with journalism or reporting. Yes, does she talk about news and what's going on with the Duggars? Yes, but that still doesn't make you a journalist or a reporter. To me, sitting here talking about YouTube drama or things that I've read in the news or on social media or what I've seen on videos make me a reporter? Hell no. Yes, Spanish. See, I was right. I knew it was something. I knew it was something like Spanish or art, and it was nothing to do with anything that she's doing now. I mean, if you want to go back to school to be a journalist, so you can call yourself a journalist, they have a lot of online classes. You can do this very easily. I mean, it's not that hard. Then you can be like, you're a reporter, which Nikki used. One of Nikki's emojis, because she just got monetized, so she has memberships, is when KJ said, she mentioned when Todd was in the room that she was a reporter, and Todd left and said, that's what you tell people, you're a reporter? And she's like, yeah, because I am. And that's when he like drank his beer and kind of chuckled. We had that. I helped her make that emoji for her channel. So even your husband thinks you're funny. Oh, but yeah, so. But anyways, guys, my food is here and I'm going to eat. It's been fun. I hope you guys had a wonderful night. Tomorrow we will be here for our kick it back and chat. So if you guys want me to, right now I don't have a video for tomorrow that we can, watch and kind of react to. So if there is something that you are wanting to watch and react to with me, I would love to do that. If not, I will find something for us and we can watch it together. But I hope everyone has a wonderful night. What did Japhet said? And people often tragic families who have a death so they can assume identity or rob them while they're at the viewing funeral. Because of her, they know this whole family. Yeah, she put out his mom, dad, kids, grandkids, what they like to do in their spare, like she took it all. And it is disgusting. I would love to put the post up, but literally all you have to do is go to KJ's Instagram and you can see it. I am going to recap it on Friday. But when I recap it, unlike her, I am going to block all the information out because I respect the family's wishes. But do people need to see that KJ is doing this? Hell yes. And I hope that she's not making videos about this next. I'm not watching her channel to know. But if Nikki tells me that she's made a video, I know I'm going to be pretty damn upset. I know Nikki's going to be upset. And Nikki said that maybe we can go live together and talk about it, since I know more about Peter Mon and she knows a lot more about KJ. We can kind of come together as one and talk about the issue together. So that might happen. Let's just hope that she doesn't put out a video, because that's going to infuriate a lot of people and she's going to get the backlash. She wants to put it out there. She's going to get the backlash. Nobody else but her. But guys, I love y'all, and I will see you tomorrow. Like I said, if you have any video that you'd like to watch tomorrow and us react to together, let me know. If not, I'll find us something. But I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I hope it's nice and sunny tomorrow, because it's rainy and miserable here. So have a wonderful evening, and I will see you all tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye, everyone.